I remember the first time I ever saw my body improve. It was a Wednesday morning and I just woken up from school. I looked in the mirror and I freaking saw definition in my upper abs. I was excited. I was pumped. I literally jumped up and down and banged the desk. I was like, yo, I'm him. I'm him. I didn't say that, but I felt like that. I felt like him. And at that point, I'd been working out for about 2 weeks consistently. And as soon as I got that feeling that I did of being him, of finally seeing the results of the hard work I've put in, I was addicted. I couldn't go back. I saw what I'd done before, and I looked at the other person, the person that I used to be, in disgust. I could never be that person anymore. I was over here, and my goals were over here. I was getting closer and closer by doing the hard work. And I knew that if I went back to the person I used to be, it'd be even worse than before. I'd see where I could have been, I see where I was, and then I see where I am now. I couldn't do that, so I had to keep on moving forward. Not to mention the dopamine spike that I got from seeing the results from the hard work that I put in was out of this world. I was so excited, so pumped, and I was on cloud nine for about a week. The next workout I did was chest and tries, and I remember the next day I couldn't lift my arm up like this. I couldn't even do that because my chest was so sore. I was going crazy in the gym, and hence more results came. I got more and more and more addicted. The dopamine was so much better than the stupid dopamine you get from scrolling on Instagram and TikTok. I was getting real dopamine. I mean, it's all real, but I was getting a giant spike after no dopamine. Instead of this, it was this and then this, and then back to this and then this. I was addicted. I learned to love the grind because I knew that after the grind comes that spike, comes the results, comes the gains, comes the growth as a person, comes more disciplined me, comes the better version of me, comes the me who's jacked, the me who's closer to being that jacked movie star, that freaking Greek god. I don't know Greek god. Apollo, freaking Apollo up here, compared to me now. Like I knew I was getting close to that person and the person I wanted to be. I'd rather suffer the pain of discipline, of going hard in the gym, actually like pain, like physical pain, than the pain of regret. I knew that if I didn't do my absolute freaking hardest to grind while I'm younger, while I got health, while I'm healthy, that if I didn't do that, if I didn't work my booty off in the gym, I'd feel regret. I'd realize that I didn't achieve my true potential, and I could never do that. I could I never wanted to feel that feeling. I It sounds terrible, and I hear it from my parents all the time. How bad it is. I could have done this, I could have done that. It's a feeling that you can't get rid of and it just nags at you until your deathbed. So I'm going to do everything I can now to pursue my true potential. I don't want to be mediocre. Mediocrity is common. It's average. The reason that it's average is because it's average. It's common. Everybody, most of the people that you meet on the street every day are going to be average because that's just how the statistics work. You're not going to see a freaking baller on the street every day. You're not going to see a homeless guy. Well, maybe depends where you live. You might see a homeless guy on the street, but I didn't want to be in the middle. I certainly didn't want to be down here, but I didn't want to be in the middle. I wanted to be the baller that you see every once in a while and you take a picture of their cool car. I wanted to be the guy that could retire my family. I wanted to be the guy, the pimp, not the pimp, the rich guy that could buy vacations for my friends, my high school friends, get us all in a plane, fly us out to Hawaii, party, live it up. I want to be that guy. I don't want to be the homeless guy living on the street. I don't want to be the person with a family of three in a normal house in the suburbs, rural areas, with, I don't know, a corporate job, some random job, worrying about paying their next taxes, worrying about how they're going to pay their kids' colleges, all that. I don't want none of that. I want to be a baller. You know what separates the ballers from the average people? The discipline. How long they're willing to do the stuff that average people won't do? Forever. They do the stuff that sucks for a long time. They get good at it. They get good at the stuff that sucks. They get so good at that stuff that they become wanted. They have a skill set that not everybody has because they've grinded through the suck and now they're on the up. It only gets better. If you grind, it only gets better. I reckon you have to grind at the right things. If you do something for a long enough time horizon, for a long enough period of time, eventually you will succeed. If you're constantly bouncing around from opportunity up here, opportunity down here, sales, SMMA, SAS, YouTube, I don't know what are the other ones, copywriting, you're constantly boing, 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 bouncing off those, you're not going to get anywhere. You got to stick to one and stay with it. Because bouncing up and down, up and down, up and down doesn't get you anywhere. You skip the grind, you switch from one to the other because you think that the opportunity is better. When in reality, it's not. Kind of going on a rant here, but basically, this is what I've been through, and this is what something that a lot of people struggle with is it's called shiny object syndrome, and you don't want to get that. I mean, everybody has it, but you have to realize that it's a curse. It's not even a syndrome, it's a curse. You want to stick to something, grind it out, and if you grind out what you're sticking to for long enough, eventually you'll succeed. That's the name of the game. Do what everybody else doesn't want to do for a long enough time period, and you yourself will become that top dog.